So let's talk about the difference between a book that readers really love to read and they enjoy reading it versus one they just really want to buy. It comes down to motivation, and that's what it's about. So this is really a irony in the publishing business, and it's difficult to comprehend, but go with me for a second here. Hello, my name is Bo Bennett. I have a PhD in social psychology and an undergrad in marketing. For the past 15 years or so, I've been helping thousands of authors publish and market their books. And I can do the same for you through our company, bookmarketing.pro. Many of the best selling books are ones that people don't even read. They're just books that really catch people. They hit an emotional trigger and they get them to click buy. And they just probably sit in there waiting their queue list forever and they just don't read them. Why? Because the moment is gone. It's like just getting sold by a really good salesman on something and like, yes, I want it. They hit all the hot buttons, you buy it, and like, oh, hey, why did I do this? It reminds me of my mom who used to watch a lot of late night, early morning infomercials. And she used to buy all this exercise crap and she never would use it. She would buy it. And once it came in, she may use it once and then she'd put it under our pool table. And it was kind of a running joke in our family because if you looked at our pool table, underneath was just full of all this exercise equipment, like brand new that was never touched. My mom was that type of person. She was very emotional in that sense that she was able to just click the buy now button, or back then it was picking up the phone and giving her credit card. But you get the point. Um, she bought a lot of things out of pure emotion because the marketing was really good, the trigger was really good, and honestly, she didn't even know if the product was good because she just never used it. It wasn't the business's fault that she didn't use it. It was it was mostly her fault. But it was a little bit of the business's fault that she actually was convinced to buy this thing that she would never use. The intent was there, but it didn't go very far. So it reminds me another personal story of a movie, Forrest Gump, that I saw back in I believe I was out of high school. It was in the 90s. Um, Anyway, you know Forrest Gump. I'm sure you're familiar with it. This is a movie that I had no intent of seeing whatsoever. Like, I was not excited to see it by the title or by what it was about. The motivation wasn't there. But this is an example of really good writing, like a really good story. It would be the equivalent of the book readers love. This is a movie that watchers loved. But at least for me, that trigger wasn't there. The reason that I ended up seeing it is because it was a double feature with one of the movies I did want to see. And I'm like, oh, it's a double feature. Okay, let's watch it. And it turned out to be an amazing movie, one of my favorites of all time. And I still love it. And I watched it 3 days ago. I watch it all the time. So your book might be well loved when it's read, and it might get lucky and become a classic like Forrest Gump. Or it could just die a long, painful death on the virtual shelves. So the key is to be able to have that motivational hook as well. Be able to create your title, create your description, create your cover in such a way that it hits that emotional switch and gets people to buy that book right away, even if they're not going to read it. Like, yes, as an author, you want them to buy your book and you want them to read your book because you feel that they're going to enjoy your book and then they're going to share it with other people, and that's how it grows organically. But let's face it, from a business perspective, even if they just buy it and never read it, you still win. So have a strong emotional hook. And of course, make sure your book is good and it's something that they're going to enjoy so you're not ripping people off like many of the infomercials that sell people things that they really don't need.